Hey there, good evening, Alex. My name is Bree with Northland Marketing here. Thanks for reaching out. So I'm going to go ahead and record this video to explain a little bit better what I'm talking about with SEO and what the best plan of action would be going forward. So I'm going to get on here and go through your website and then what we call content. And the first thing I want to go over here is that obviously we talked about it's made on Google, so it's not the most professional way to go about a website. When I come on here, I can definitely tell it's not a professionally made website, and so that would probably deter me if I was looking for professional services. And the next thing is content. So Google likes to see a minimum of 1,500 words, and you guys have about 900 words on here if we include the reviews in that. So getting to those 1,500 words would really help Google to find you. And the next thing I want to go over is keywords. So when someone searches for microblading in Cary, North Carolina, Google is crawling and ranking the website. So they're trying to figure out what website should be at the top. And the way they do that is they come in and they're reading the content. They're crawling the content and they're looking for keywords. They're looking for what services you offer and what areas you serve. And so if someone's searching for microblading Cary, North Carolina, and you have microblading Cary, North Carolina in your content, that makes you a lot more relevant and it's a lot easier for them to find you. So having those minimum words and having those keywords listed 10 to 15 times really ensures that Google is going to be able to find you. All right. And so let's go to a search for microblading Cary, North Carolina. We can see that they're running an ad here. And you guys are actually listed first here in the map pack, which is great. You have a lot of reviews and your GMB is filled out a lot. So that's awesome. Great job. The next thing is the organics listed below. And so you're going to want to be listed in the top 3 here as well, because some people will scroll past the map pack and come down here and click on a website. So having yourself in the top 3 for both is the most important, okay? And we can do this town by town or state by state. So obviously first we're going to start with Cary because that's the town that you're in. But if you want to move to a larger town next door or just all the surrounding towns, we would approach this the same way for each town. Okay, we would find a good keyword for each town and we would just keep targeting them and targeting them. Now, let's take a look at the website that is first in the organics here. We can see it's definitely a much more professional looking website, although still not greatly designed, but it's definitely better than the Google site, right? And so when I come in here, I can see that they have some content, but honestly, I think you guys have more content than them. But okay, so it's all right site, but let's talk about why they were listed first. So this is a paid program I use to research websites called Eros, and I went ahead and put them into here so we can see what you're up against. The second thing I want to go over here is UR and DR ratings. So these ratings are really important to your trust rating. These ratings are really important to your placement on Google. And a UR rating is a trust rating, meaning how much Google trusts your website, and a DR rating shows how powerful you are in their eyes. These numbers are generally raised by backlinks. We can see that they have 48 backlinks coming from 14 websites, and 4 of those are powerful. Now, a backlink refers to a link that is pointing back to your website. So in Google's eyes, it's kind of like a popularity contest. And a good example of this would be if a blog website was writing an article about microblading companies or salons, and they listed your website URL as a company they were recommending, that would count as 1 backlink. Now, the organic keywords here, these are the keywords in the content that I was talking about before. For example, microblading eyebrows NC. There's approximately 300 people that are searching for that a month. Okay, so there's really good search volume for that. Microblading Raleigh, North Carolina, 150 people searching for that. Microblading eyebrows, North Carolina, 300 people searching for that. Microblading NC, another 80 people searching for that. So right there's really good search volume. Then we can get into microblading Raleigh and eyebrow waxing, Cary, North Carolina. Okay, there's 20 people just for Cary. So obviously we could keep going, and you guys offer more than just microblading. So there would be really good search volume out there. That's important. You want to get to the top for as many of these keywords as you can, because the more people that are searching these terms, the more people that are finding you and going to your website, and then the more people that are going to call you or visit you, they're going to turn into a client, right? So those are the important keywords, and I would go through and look at your top competitors, what keywords they're targeting, and we'd be able to really get you to show up. Obviously, there's a ton of keywords with really good volume here. They're all pretty easy to rank for. So when we go to your website's ratings, it's kind of hard because this is a Google site. This program really does not pick up the ratings very well. So these ratings are totally off. Obviously, this is not a 92 because you have like zeros here. So these are really pretty close to zero, and it just gets confused because it's associated with Google, and Google's ratings are really high. So these are essentially zero. It does say that you have 24 backlinks from 6 websites, and 3 of those are powerful. However, it says you're targeting 0 organic keywords. So those keywords are not in your content, and it's definitely showing. And so in this video, we went over how we would help you to get your website up to the top. So 1, through your homepage, and how we would definitely have a very professional website with 1,500 words on here. 2, through your UR and DR ratings, and how we would actually get those numbers high with backlinks. And then 3, the backlinks. So what your competition has and how to beat them out by showing Google that you have more authority. And if we implemented these strategies, you could definitely be on the front page of Google for a lot of those terms. I hope that this was helpful for you, and I really appreciate hearing any feedback you have. Have a great night.